Hello, good morning. Welcome. So I actually started on time today. It is a miracle. Hold on. Okay. For a second, I thought that the tracking wasn't working. I was a little concerned because I am. I did have to test a bunch of things on my setup, and if anyone was wondering, my mic issues wasn't because of my mic itself. It's because I was using an adapter to connect my mic to my setup. So I had to just connect it directly to my setup, and now I think it's okay. I kind of messed around, tested a bunch of things, and it shouldn't randomly mute again. However, if you guys notice it is muted, please let me know. Hello, welcome, good morning. This music, honestly, I can't explain it. Well, you guys will hear it when I unmute it, but the music for this game and demo is so atmospheric. It feels like it's perfect for fall. Like, I honestly cannot believe how well this matched up. This is a game that I've been wanting to play for a very long time. I didn't get to join the Kickstarter because I'm not gonna lie, at the time I was overwhelmed and I felt like I wouldn't be able to properly enjoy it. So I didn't end up trying it then. However, now the demo is still available and you can still join the Kickstarter if you decide you like the game and you would like to contribute to the developers or, get a slightly discounted copy potentially. Potentially. I actually don't know if the deal is still a deal, but it's another way you can support them. I'm excited. You guys know I love visual novels, but I especially like a good mystery visual novel. So I'm super excited for this. Wow, my tracking is a little off. Is it me? Is it me? It might be me. But it's fine. I also have done something very, very rebellious today. It may or may not break my stream, but I have milk tea. So I woke up early. I made sure I was feeling great. I didn't want to oversleep. I didn't want to potentially, miss the stream. So I got milk tea. I woke up early, got milk tea, and now it's warm milk tea by the way. I know, it's crazy, especially cuz I try not to drink milk tea or anything aside from water while I stream. I saw too many videos about vocal nodules and I'm like, "Wait, my streams are only 2.5 hours and I'm doing them 3 times a week. I think I'm good." But no, real voice care is very important, especially if someone who streams, voice acts, sings. Those are all, it's very, very important to take care of your voice, your throat, and your general well being. I don't do vocal exercises. I really wanted to mess around and pretend to do like the Sharpay and Ryan High School Musical ones. I don't know if you know them. They're like, "Ma!" There was a whole thing. There was a whole thing. But yeah. What else? What else did I test out? I haven't been able to test out the does the super alert mute my mic thing. When I tested it in my own settings and things like that, it didn't affect anything. So it's either that my adapter was getting really wonky, which is unfortunate. It is a brand new adapter. Well, not brand new. It's a relatively new adapter. I got it just this year and I've tried to keep really good care of it. So like there's no creases, no bends. It's very it's a very relaxed adapter. I don't force it. I don't know how to explain it. Thank you, Double Red, for the super. See? It didn't mute. It didn't mute. So how did it mute last time? Thank you for the yellow super and thank you for testing it for me. It did not mute, right? See? I think. Yeah, it didn't mute. Okay. For a second, I thought it muted, but I think it was just a reflection. Because if you guys don't know, my mic, yeah, my mic does visually indicate if it's muted or not to me, which is one of the reasons I do like my mic. I'm not gonna lie. Part of the reason why I wanted an RGB mic is because it'd make it super obvious if it was muted or not. And I ended up not getting it. I ended up just getting my. I don't think it's a big deal. Elgato Wave. I got it a while back and I really liked it. I did want the RGB ones, but I couldn't find one that I thought was I wanted to get. Actually, that's a lie. The ones I wanted to get were much more expensive, but this one was a very good price when I got it. And it didn't mute. Let's go. Directly connecting it to my setup is the key. Let's go. RGB. Okay, fine. Is it not called RGB? Is it not? It's the ones that like are very, very pretty. The ones I wanted are white with rainbow lights. It's also why I wanted the not a fan. That's fair. That's fair. I don't typically like RGB on most things. Like even on my keyboard, I have my Logitech Cloud, right? It does have RGB, but I kept it default. I didn't make it too much because I honestly think it would give me a headache. But as someone who does not game in the dark, it honestly does not make that much of a difference. It kind of does, kind of doesn't. But I just liked it because it would have been a very obvious visual indicator of whether or not it was muted, which is apparently very important to me now. And I say that because I didn't realize there was a self-mute button. And by that I meant the microphone thinks that I've spoken enough and it mutes itself. But yeah, it's fine. I got my regular mic. In the future, I hope to just... Well, I don't really want to invest too much now because I think my setup is fine. Yeah, that's fair too. That's fair too. It's really just for aesthetics, isn't it? There's so many things that are just for aesthetics. Anti-yap microphone. It is so, what is it called? That is discrimination against its purpose. It is obviously defective. I don't know if it was we were in that movie Robots, the microphone would be sent back to the factory. Because what do you mean a microphone doesn't want people to talk into it? I was recently rewatching that Robots movie. The really, what was it called? I think it was just called Robots. It was the one with the robot that sings and dances Britney Spears to battle. It was a very good movie. I still like that movie a lot. But not gonna lie, I was recently looking at something. I think it was it my Kobold? I don't think so. But like for my Kobold, part of the reason I wanted it in white is because I just think it's a lot softer on my eyes than getting the black version. However, I recognize that getting the white for some reason is going to cost more because more people want the white. Yeah, it was just called Robots. Okay. It was really good. Ooh, is it? You guys should watch it. Okay, that might be a movie I do a watch along. Because there's lots of things I want to do watch alongs on, but for some reason, I'm a game person. That's not true. It's just like watch alongs. I think because I get opinionated. We're still gonna do In the Land of Leodale watch along. I actually contemplated picking a different book to do book club because I'm not really happy with the direction the anime is going, but I'm like, wait, that is technically more content. So I think we're gonna move forward with In the Land of Leodale, at least for the second book. We could continue reading the light novel, but because I like the manga, I think we're going to continue reading the book based on we're gonna continue reading Leodale following the manga, so it's gonna take some time. But Loud of Accounts Family is now now releasing, I think, Volume 6 and Volume 7. The Volume 7 cover looks amazing. So I'm excited. We might go back to that after In the Land of Leodale. Or I might do a new manga. I don't know. Am I a light mode or dark mode? So it depends on what it is. When I read, I do prefer dark mode. However, I find that when I read, I tend to read in light mode because some of the things I read just come in light mode, if that makes sense. So if there's a dark mode version, I will use it. However, I am not opposed to reading in light mode because I don't read in the dark. One of the things that growing up I was always told is read wherever you want, except the bathroom. That's not sanitary. Do not read in the dark. So since then, I've always developed a habit. I have to have like a light on when I read or when I like game and things like that. So yeah. That actually reminds me, because I was making, like I told you guys, I was making my own little EPUBs, and I've been making them on light mode. I've been making them under the assumption I'm reading them in light mode. Well, probably it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'll see what happens when the e-reader converts it to dark mode. That's the thing. Like, I actually didn't mind TV ads before because they were very standard, if that made sense. Like, when you watch TV ads, at least you knew that even if those, like, companies were sketch, as in, like, this device as seen on TV may not work exactly how they promised me it'll work on TV. However, nowadays, when you watch, like, YouTube ads and things like that, oh my god. If it was not for supporting my favorite creators, I would not watch with ads because some of these ads are just annoying as heck. They're not just annoying as heck, they are stupid AI ads or weird companies that keep trying to sell me AI services and ads on the fridge. That was crazy. Hello, welcome in. I'm just ranting. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. But the thing is, like, at least on TV, they planned for it, so they would break up the episodes in ways that you very naturally. I think that's why part. How do I say this? When you were younger, you watched TV. You were more invested in the channel because you got, like, for example, Nickelodeon and Disney. They all had their own ads promoting their own events and their own movies, so you were kind of more aware of what was coming up. Right nowadays, you have to be on social media. I'm not gonna lie. I totally forgot that there were two concerts back to back. I was so focused on Hollow Stars EN, and my feed was only Hollow Stars EN. So that's all I saw. And then I found out there was another 3D concert the night before for Crisis. It was very nostalgic because I really liked Crisis when they came out, but I didn't watch it. I might check out the VOD. But the Hollow Stars EN, if you guys haven't watched the VOD, you should. The performance list was crazy. It was so good. So good. I watched it live last night, and if you guys saw me, I was in chat. It was really fun. Highly recommend if you guys want to just see some and hear some good performances. But the ads in the fridge thing make me crazy. You know when you try to connect things and they don't need the internet? Like, I remember when we got a treadmill, I think it was years and years ago. My family got a treadmill. They told us we had to use it, but we had to connect it to the internet and to their subscription service thingy. And I thought that kind of sounds wrong because why in the world does an exercise machine, why is it locked unless you connect it to a subscription service? It sounds like a very familiar brand name that does exercise bikes. However, I found out there is a legal workaround because it is still a functioning exercise machine. So we were eventually able to use it, by the way. But if you had not and it had given me ads or talked to me or tried to, like, I don't know, cheer me on as I was doing my exercise, that's just not for me. I wouldn't have bought it if I had known it was like that, right? The ads on the fridge thing really drove me nuts because what do you mean that in order to use a basic interface you have to give ads? Why does signing up for this kind of interface automatically give you ads? Unless you're watching YouTube on your fridge, unless you are like browsing the net on your fridge, what do you mean that you can send? I don't know, it drove me crazy. I saw that someone said that in cars, they're gonna start having ads as well, and I was like, hold on, I need to do a horrified face. Give me a sec. That's how I feel about the subject. Ads will go where they want to go. If you want to permeate ads into literally every part of every experience we have, I honestly would just rather buy secondhand. Don't want the features, don't want the newness, don't need any of that nonsense if that's what you're gonna do. That's the thing. Like, I get that because there are some, for example, some of the walking pads that became really successful during the pandemic. I know that some of them were cost-effective options that tried to find other ways to make money. I think that's super unfortunate, and I hope that the walking pad has been worth it for you and it's helped you a lot in getting better exercise and feeling better. But honestly, it's just, I get it. Don't, I get it. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if they say it up front, then people can be like, "Oh yeah, I'm willing to do it because the price is lower, and I'll just use the app." If they don't tell you, it's just it feels gross. Ugh. That Josie and the Pussycats movie where they were like, I don't know if you guys watched it. It was a live action movie where apparently the government was going to use music to brainwash people into more capitalism. I never forgot that movie. It left an impression on me, and I'm like, why do we inch closer and closer to that movie every single day? Oh my god. Can you imagine? Like before you start your car, you have to sit there and watch ads. That would be my last straw. That would be my last straw. Yeah, see if they disclose it and people can be okay with that. As long as they are upfront about it, then it's fine. It's because they are refusing to be upfront about it and pretending like we somehow agree to it because of the terms of contract, the terms and service fine print, which is so small that no one reads it. And I know that people say you should read it. You should read every contract you sign, but let's be realistic. Companies are banking on the fact that people don't. Car ads are wild. Yeah. Exactly. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Nice workarounds. I'm glad you were able to stay safe on the net. Yeah, let's go. That's why I keep old phones. Sometimes when you like need to do something, you take out the old phone. They don't need you just you know. Oh, that's not good. Isn't Ford the one? Okay, not. I won't say it specifically. There are a couple of brands which were quote unquote revolutionizing automatic like parallel parking and things like that, and I'm somehow not surprised. It's such an odd feeling knowing that my milk tea is both warm, so it's really cozy, but at the same time, I have to make sure to drink cold water or cool, no, room temperature water in order to not dry out my throat. But yeah. All right, enough about ads and things like that. You know what is an ad-free experience? Playing a game demo. You see that transition there? It was real smooth, wasn't it? Anyways, let me let you hear what I've been hearing for like the last 15 minutes. Now, is the music too loud for you guys? Before we start, is it at an okay volume? Because this one's actually jazz hands. That's all I know. Jazz hands and jazz squares. A bit loud. Okay. How about this? Is that at a much better volume? You see why I had it muted earlier though? Not because the music isn't great and atmospheric, it's just like trying to manage volume control. Yep, better? Good? Are we all good? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, before we end, I don't know if you guys saw, I saw a short and it was a video about someone who was talking to a non-person drive-through, and they were apparently they had ordered $15,000 worth of food, and the driver, it was pretty uncut. It was pretty clearly uncut, and he was just flabbergasted, and I was like, yep. This is why I think So far, I haven't experienced one of those drive-thrus. I don't think they're a good idea because people have a hard enough time listening to regular people as it is. I don't think it would help. Oh my gosh. I have not had the misfortune, and I hope I never have the misfortune of bumping into one of those. Would not recommend. 0 out of 10 experience. Give them 0 stars. Alright, but you know, be polite to them. We gotta give ourselves some insurance. We're upset at the creators, not at them themselves, alright? We gotta remember that. Yeah, honestly, you don't even need to try. I think it would do it to itself. Based on what I've seen, it has a hard enough time as it is already. Alright. So, let's get into the game. The only thing I know about this game, by the way, is it is detective mystery, art is beautiful, and it's a demo. Like, I literally know nothing. So, this is my first view as well. So, let's get right into it. Hold on. That's it. New game. Where would I like to start? There's a second demo. Alright, we gotta start from the beginning. Look at this. She's over there. Don't let her get away. They're so persistent. Can't they just let me go? Guess not. Oh my god, someone really took... Wait, hold on. You guys can't see anything. Ha! Hold on. Always like a 50-50 shot. Shot, I didn't mean that. 50-50 chance of I will be in the right spot or not. A gunshot echoes behind me and I reach down by instinct, but then I remember I lost my weapon long ago. I have to just outrun them then. The way back home's blocked, so the office is probably the safest place to hide for the night. The problem is, I need to lose these guys first. Let's see, I saw a bunch of them in front of me earlier. Then I ducked into an alleyway on my left and took 2 rights after that, so... Which way should I run to avoid my pursuers? Left? I think they should still be on my right, so I'll go on the other direction. I head off toward the left, straining my ears for any sound of my pursuers. Oh, this is one of those choices matters. Alright, we're gonna see if I'm actually successful in reaching the end of the demo, which, by the way, I chose this demo because it has 3 to 5 hours of content, depending on what route you take. Well, I don't hear them after several seconds. I let out a sigh of relief. Let's go! Always to the left. Okay, good. I think I managed to avoid them. I should get going before they spot me again. I do like the fact that, number one, by the way, I forgot to mention this, there is a story mode so that you can get like the quote-unquote correct answer if you just want to proceed in like the right way. There is also, I like that there's a timer, so there is that kind of like tension because this is a mystery thriller. It is, I think it might be optional though, there might be features that allow you to enjoy this game without the timer. Don't quote me on that. But if that's something that you are interested in, because I know sometimes timers make people anxious. For this case, we want to be. We are currently running for our lives. 10 out of 10 think they're establishing a good start. Made it back somehow. Hey, who left the computer on? Oh, wait, you know what? The company's the one paying for the electrical bill. It's fine. Good thing I still have the keys to the office since I've been pulling so many all-nighters lately. The place is dead silent, but that's not surprising. After all, the clock says it's 2:30 a.m. Guess I'm not sleeping in my own bed tonight. I think that's the 4th time this week. What a terrible night. They chased me around half the city, and I didn't even get any of the info I needed. What a waste of time. Or maybe not. The fact that there is so much security there means I must be on the right track. I think I'm getting close to the truth. Just one more piece of information and I'll be able to put this 4-year-long nightmare to rest. Maybe then Theo will. Anyway, how do I get back in there again? I move over to my desk and sit down heavily in the chair. Tonight was a failure, and there'll only be more alert from now on. I doubt a repeat performance will get me anywhere. But what else can I do? I'm running out of options now. Hold on. The photograph sitting on my desk is facing up today. On most days, I can't bring myself to look at it. Maybe I can ask them for help? No, it's been too long. We haven't spoken in years. They probably wouldn't pick up even if I called. Besides, I don't want to drag other people into my problems. And in the worst case scenario, one of them might be the culprit. It's just so pretty. What if I hired someone else then? That'll cost so much money though, money I don't have. I guess I could take a loan from the bank, that or maybe the loan sharks down the street? Okay, highly do not recommend that. Highly do not recommend that. I'll probably be in crippling debt for the rest of my life, but if it's to solve this... Huh? What was that noise? Is there someone else here? See, I'm glad I didn't play this at night. A sudden sound from near the doorway catches my attention, and instantly I'm alert again. Is it the guys from earlier? If not, maybe. My phone's in my pocket. I try to unlock it quickly, but I immediately notice a more pressing problem. Why did I leave my computer screen on? I'm basically telling them exactly where I am. Exactly. You see this? I need to get away from here. Maybe I can hide under the desk and call for... Something forcefully presses against my mouth and my consciousness starts slipping away. Oh, I thought there was something else was gonna happen. No, I can't die. Not yet. Not until I... Do you see that? You see that little symbol thingy there? Huh? Wait, that's... my... Oh. I can type my name. Somehow that's really pleasing because it look no, that gives rise to something else. Let's go. That's more balanced. Also, it makes me look less like I'm running a pyramid scheme. I'm just saying, triangles... No, I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding. That's really cool though. That is so pretty, and also that is such a clever way to like let you choose your own name. Can you hear me? Huh? Ow, my head. Why does it hurt so much? Hey, you alright? You just hunched over all of a sudden. It scared the crap out of me. Wow, pretty lady. Sorry, my head's killing me. You're not hungover, are you? You said you went straight home last night because you didn't want to deal with the rain, but I should have known you were out partying. Me? I think you got me mixed up with someone else. You're the alcoholic here, Theo. It's part of the job. What, you want me to turn down free booze? Look, she's not just white-haired, she is dual-colored hair, gosh. I glance around trying to regain my bearings as the pain in my head recedes. I'm in Plaza right now. Oh, that's right, we planned to meet up before work today. I think that's sus. This here is Theo, my best friend. We've known each other since we were young. We lost contact for a bit when we went to different colleges, but we've reconnected since then. I don't have many fond memories of the city, but as long as Theo is here, I'll always come back. Seeing her again is almost worth the astronomical rent I have to pay. Almost. Theo's profile has been added. Let's go! I now have evidence and profiles. From this point forward, there'll be no more notifications when profiles are added or updated. Be sure to check after big events. The entries will be updated. That's so cool! Wows! If it's not because of drinking, then are you sick? You really don't look so good. I don't know, I had this daydream? Vision? I'm not really sure. Is that what that was? Is it powers? Was it time travel? Was it... I was working on a case at the agency late at night, and then I think I got kidnapped. They pressed something against my mouth, and then... Ugh. Oh, sorry, did you guys hear me when I was drinking? Whoops, next time I'll mute. The memory of getting grabbed from behind comes rushing back, and I shudder. Theo grabs my hands, and it's only then that I notice they're trembling. It's okay, it's just that overactive imagination of yours. I mean, we talked on the phone last night before you fell asleep, remember? And you're here now, safe and sound. No time for you to get kidnapped. Besides, you should have known it was a dream. Mr. Potato Head would never let you touch actual detective work. Hey, it could be a premonition of some far-off future, you never know. Oh, okay, that's also fair. That's also fair. I thought you guys like, wow, I don't... I see. I'm a little bit sad though. I should have put my milk tea in like one of those in one of my thermoses or like my stainless steel cups because it's already cooled down. Ugh, it's not warm anymore. Were you old and gray in your vision? I hope I'm not still working when I'm that old. I'd be much happier retired somewhere cozy with you, Theo. Actually, speaking of Theo, didn't she come up? It was, no mug warmer. So, technically, I do have one. Arya and Nikki got one for free, and he actually passed it on to us. But there's so many wires. Like, it's one of those where you have to plug it in. It's not wireless. So, well, actually, technically, it's one of... You can make it wireless. It can be wireless, but it does not hold the heat for as long. And I find that it cools a lot faster unless you have it on the base that keeps it warm. So I just don't have a habit of using it. I suddenly feel a sharp pain splitting my head open, so intense I almost pass out. That's sus. Why is it that only thinking of Theo gives you this reaction, I quickly take a few deep breaths, trying to steady myself so I don't scare Theo. What the heck? This has never happened before, no matter how scary a nightmare I might have had. What's going on? It wasn't a nightmare, it was real. Maybe it wasn't a nightmare after all? But if not, then what was it? A vision? Have I actually gained future sight? Oh my gosh, this is really giving me Bustafellow vibes. But the art is so cute, I love it. No, that can't be it. Even if it's in the future, why would those dangerous people be chasing after me? I don't know, what were you researching? Also, there's that photograph. The rest of the dream is a bit hazy, but I remember that part very clearly. I recognize some of the people in it, but that's impossible. A photo like that shouldn't exist. After all, they live in a completely different world from me. We don't know each other personally, let alone enough to take pictures together. I can't help feeling like I'm forgetting something important. The whole reason you were doing this in the first place, including, you know, ow, 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 the more I try to recall, the stronger my headache seems to be, and it's focused on Theo. It's almost like my head's warning me to leave it alone. You know what they say, you gotta power through and figure it out. You can't tell me what to do. No, I'm just kidding. Don't give yourself pain like that. Are you feeling good enough to get some breakfast? Let's relax a bit at the bakery, okay? I'm still worried about you. I can't send you to work looking like that. I can feel Theo's worry for me, and I quickly push all thoughts of the nightmare or vision or whatever to the back of my mind. Hey, compartmentalizing. I shouldn't bother her about it anymore. I'll deal with it myself. On one hand, because you're best friends, I thought you would have been able to open up to her. On the other hand, there are always things that people don't necessarily want to share or burden other people with. But this is what happened with Tuta, you know? This is what happened in Bustafellows when she wouldn't tell her two best friends, and then apparently one of them ended up having to go back to his home country, and the other one kept a huge secret from them. I don't know. I have feelings about this. It's difficult. Interpersonal relationships are always difficult to navigate, but I don't know. Spoilers, it was at the very beginning of Bustafellows 2. We played the beginning. Also, the reason I didn't continue playing that is because I found out there are no routes. It's just you enter a route and then that's it. You don't get to see which one you end up in. You choose. So I was like, okay. It's not that I don't want to, but it's like, that's the kind of game I'd normally play for myself, because part of the fun of me playing visual novels is seeing what route I end up on. So that was just it. I still love Bustafellows 2. It's just because if I play Bustafellows 2 and you guys have no knowledge of Bustafellows 1, it will be very confusing. That's the only reason I haven't continued playing that game. Sure, some hot tea sounds great. Hey! You are me! Love you, Feel. I don't know what I'd do without you. Honestly, I don't know which one. If I had to play Bustafellows again, I don't know if I'd get the same character. That's the interesting thing. I should get Carrie out while I'm there. Knowing Mr. Potato Head, he'll ask me to run errands as soon as I get to the office, so I might as well get a head start. Let's see if I remember correctly. He usually likes lattes on Tuesdays and 4 blueberry muffins, 6 croissants, 3 sesame bagels, and 1 glazed donut for the rest of the office. 4B, 6C, 3S, 1 glaze. I'm gonna see if I can remember that. I wanna write it down. Hold on. I am gonna write it down. Hold on. The millions of mini notepads I have now come in handy. I am like, you should have seen me. I had a really cool notebook flip. Just like Jake Peralta. Hold on. Lattes Tuesday. 4 blue. 6 croissant. 3 sesame. And 1 glaze. Got it. Oh, sorry. No, it was my fault. Are you okay? Hey, he's cute. Wait, he's from the picture, isn't he? You know, that could totally happen. I bumped into a guy with pink hair, though that's not the only thing that stands out. Whoa, he looks like a model. He could give Theo a run for her money. Is the music okay for you guys? It's a bit loud for me. Hold on. I might turn it down a little bit. Okay, how's that? Is the music okay? I'm gonna assume it's okay. It's in the green area of OBS. Yeah, I'm fine. Hey, wait, isn't this guy... If you don't hurry up, I'm putting everything on your tab. No, it's okay. I think this is okay. Theo's already holding the bakery doors open, an impatient look on her face. No, I won't have enough to pay this month's rent if you do that. Oh boy. Sorry for bumping into you. Bye! Wait. I've never had someone run away from me before. Did she not recognize me? No, you're right. He totally forgot. His jacket slipped off and no one is kind enough to let him know. Whoops, I don't have that much time left before the stream. I need to finish buying the materials first. Hey! This is fun. This is fun. Huh? Looks like there's a press conference going on at the palace right now. Wonder what that's about. A palace? Ooh. Love the sound effects. I'm going! And that concludes today's press conference. It's me! It's also me. This is not me. Intimidating man. Huh, what a load of bull. Any of a brain cell can tell that he barely keeps any of his promises. Disease running rampant, a useless figurehead, new serial killers popping up every week, and crime at an all-time high. So much for being the world's gold standard. We're responsible for the last one, boss. Playful man. Hey, he was also in the picture. He's cute. Oh, speak of the devil. Oh, Sasha and Alexei Dorla. Pardon me, I thought you'd left already. That was quite the interesting press conference, Your Highness. Yes, well, thank you for taking the time out of your busy days to tune in. Wouldn't have missed that clown show for the world. He's also really cute. Oh, well, regardless, thank you. Overworked, man. You're on your way out, correct? Please, don't let me keep you. You better watch yourself, yeah? You're getting a bit too comfortable. We're letting a lot of these regulations go as a sign of goodwill, but don't think we don't notice you overstepping your bounds. I'll keep that in mind. So Alexei's the one responsible for new serial killers popping up every week. Interesting. Those Dorlas are quite the handful, aren't they? Dr. Killian, forgive me, I didn't see you there. He looks sus. He looks sus. It's just something about the eye bags. That's alright, Prince Thierry. You've had a long day. I suppose I have. I'm sorry to bother you at this time, but could I borrow you for a bit longer? Is it urgent? I have another meeting later, so I was hoping to catch some rest before that. I'm afraid it is. I need to review some of the budget cuts with you before the next council meeting. The proposal was wonderfully drafted, of course, but MedWise would like to make some minor adjustments to it, particularly to how the resources are allocated. You understand our concerns, don't you? No! Evil medical corporations! Very well. Lead the way. Damn. It's not looking good for our hero here. I suppose that's my cue to save the day. Now then, how should I interrupt the meeting today? Got it. Hey! It's just weird shadow. I love this like TV still effect though. That's so cool. He's going to hate it, which means it's perfect. Love that. That was a great transition. Newbie, are you... Wait, I'm gonna give him a really terrible voice. Newbie, are you done with those papers yet? There's another pile here for you to go through. My boss, derogatorily named Mr. Potato Head. I don't know how to explain this silhouette. Can we call him Humpty Dumpty instead of Potato Head? But he technically does look like a potato. Appears in front of me as I'm getting settled in for the day. On it, sir. I've been here for 2 years already. How much longer is he going to call me a newbie? Just grin and bear with it. You can't get fired now. Who else is going to pay for Theo's caffeine addiction? I return to my computer screen thinking that the conversation is over, but he clears his throat loudly and taps his foot until I look back up at him. Don't give me that attitude. This is your punishment for getting my coffee order wrong this morning. I was very explicit about what I wanted. I'm really sorry, sir. No, I got you what you asked for, and then you changed your mind. Your memory may be fading, but mine still works really well, thank you very much. If you finish early, let me know. I have more papers you can go through. Of course, sir. I'll let you know if I do. As if I'm gonna do your work for you while you play poker on your phone. I'm gonna win the award for world's slowest worker today. Just watch me. Hey, good for you. So much for the beginning of the rest of my life. College advertised it as something great, so I worked hard for it, but is this really it? Stable job. You know you have a terrible supervisor, but if you can get away with doing minimal work and still get paid, it's not too bad of a job at this time. It's just paperwork day after day. Where are the exciting cases I was told about? The robberies, the murders, the crime scenes. Oh, you're young. You young. Hello, Douglas Detective Agency. What? Murdered? Did I just manifest a dead body? See, I told you, you were young. You shouldn't. No. I strain my ears to listen, but I can't hear anything other than the frantic gibberish from the other end of the line. Yes, of course, we'll head to the scene right away. George, with me. George isn't here right now. He's been on smoke break for an hour. What? Good riddance. Then Vanessa, you come with me. She's not here either. Does he not look around? Does he not know who's here? I don't think she even came in today. I make a show of glancing around the empty office, and he finally seems to notice that I'm the only one currently here. Is there seriously no one else besides you here? Oh, well, they say like worker, like boss, except for apparently me. Looks that way, sir. Better than nothing, I suppose. You better not slow me down, newbie. I'll do my best not to, sir. Are they actually going to put me on a murder case for once? Well, I guess I'll be nothing more than a sidekick, but still. I never thought I'd graduate from the days of doing lost and found jobs. Okay, let's do our best. If we do a good job, maybe they'll promote us from coffee girl to fax machine girl. Dream big. You're still... Oh, I guess fax machines is still very much a thing. That's exactly what's happening here, except the kid's like, hey, please take me to go see this. Uh-oh. The phone rings again, and even though I don't know what's called yet, I can already feel a familiar feeling of resignation rising up within me. Now what? Hello, Douglas Detective Agency. Yes, we'll send someone there right away. Maybe he won't notice me if I sneak away now? I'm halfway to the door when he spots me. Newbie, there's been some trouble over in the plaza. Go resolve it. But the murder case... I can handle the crime scene investigation by myself. Report to the plaza. I told them you'd be there in 5 minutes. We saw you. We heard you. You said nothing about 5 minutes. It's at least 10 minutes away, even if I run. There's no way this guy doesn't secretly hate me. Yeah. Can I investigate the crime scene instead? Yes, sir. Can I investigate the crime scene instead? What happens if I'm being snarky? He seems momentarily stunned. I've never talked back to him after all. Please, sir, I'm a fast learner, and I promise I'll follow all your directions. No. He shuts me down with just one word, and I deflate. I know when to stop pushing it. I understand. I'll be at the plaza right away. Hey, at least I asserted myself. I drag myself to the plaza, spirits thoroughly dashed. Just when I thought I could finally do something worthwhile, I get relegated to side task again. The person who made that call better have had a good reason. Oh well, it was my fault for getting my hopes up. Now then, what am I tasked with doing today? There are people whispering around me, so I shuffle closer and shamelessly eavesdrop. Are you serious? Is no one going to stop him? Don't look at him, you might catch his attention. Ew, what a weirdo. They don't teach decency these days, obviously. Huh, it does sound like something's actually going on. I thought it'd be another case of people arguing with restaurant workers or something. Why is a detective agency being called when people are arguing with restaurant workers? I follow the trail of whispers and find the topic of the commotion. There's a guy stumbling around the square, yelling obscenities at everyone and everything that passes his way. A drunk this early in the morning? If I wanted to deal with people like these, I would have signed up to be a cop. Why are detectives getting assigned to these cases again? I guess I should do something about it. I still need to pay this month's rent. Excuse me, mister. I approach cautiously, making sure to stop a couple steps away. The man spins around, eyes scary and feral. They keep darting back and forth as he's scanning for threats and his entire body is tense. Weird, I've never seen anyone act like this while they're drunk. Yeah, I don't think he's drunk. I think there's something else impairing his mind. You're causing a scene. Can we move this somewhere else? I know who you are. They sent you, didn't they? I'm sorry? I won't let you take me. I refuse to die here. He unexpectedly lurches forward, and I let out an undignified squeak as I barely managed to avoid his errant fist. Holy crap, this guy's a psycho. Yes, why? I'm like, why are you taking this case? You're literally a private detective agency. Sir, please calm down. His hand shoots out and grabs my wrist, squeezing hard. I let out a yelp, trying to tug my hand out of his grip, but he doesn't let go. Help? I glance around, but even though the commotion has gathered quite the crowd, no one comes to my aid. It's kill or be killed. Hopefully that doesn't affect my bot. What? I'm not here to kill you. Please let go. That's what they all say. I won't get tricked again. You just want to take me back to that room again, don't you? I don't know what you're talking about. Let go. I yank my arm back, but he releases his hold as soon as I do so. I end up stumbling on air and tripping over my own feet before falling to the ground. Ow! I don't have time to rest as he starts moving toward me again. I quickly scramble backwards, but he moves faster, hand reaching for my arm. No, Theo, help me! I refuse to go through that treatment again. I'd rather... Hey, is it Alexei? She's not interested, dude. Take a hint. The body suddenly slumps over a little bit away from me, and I quickly move away. Thank you so much. You okay there, girlie? I knew it! I knew it was him! Isn't that Alexei Dorla? What's he doing here? My surprising savior comes in the form of a rather notorious gangster. Even I've heard of him. I mean, you're a detective. I'm pretty sure you would want to. Yes, thanks to you. You saved me. I've seen this guy from far away before, but I can't believe he's actually talking to me. He's not exactly famous for good reasons, but it still feels like I'm meeting a celebrity. No worries. I hate pushy guys like him who can't take no for an answer. That's a really good sprite. Wow. Here, let me help you up. He offers his left hand and I reach toward it before realizing it doesn't fit. He notices as I'm awkwardly trying to turn my hand to fit his and thankfully retracts his hand and offers me his right one instead. Is it awkward? I thought you would just like grab it. Okay. My bad, it's a habit. You're a lefty? Not really the most pressing question to ask at the moment, but it's out of my mouth before I can really stop myself. Yeah, handshakes are a pain, as you can imagine. Thought being ambidextrous might be good for my job, but nope, couldn't do it. My right hand's as useless as they come. Up you go. He helps me to my feet before stepping back, hands in his pockets. You a new cop? I haven't seen you around before. No, I'm actually a detective. Yeah? Why are they sending detectives to do this? My point exactly. Don't you guys have more important things to do, like investigating dead bodies and other fun shit like that? I wish. It's usually just lost pets or cheating husbands. Sounds boring, no offense. None taken. Just casually talking to this guy. I can't believe I'm having a normal conversation with this guy. You know, I'm really in sync with this main character. I don't know if they're really good at writing and they really immersed me to the point where I'm like really following along with their lead. Or somehow I am the main character. I heard so many stories about how he rips off people's arms and kicks dogs in broad daylight, but I guess they're not all true. Hey, he may be a gangster, but he's not a monster. No one should kick dogs in broad daylight. Not even at any time. I take that back. No one should kick dogs in general. Unless the dog is charging at you. Anyway, time to take this guy to Medwise. Oh, and let's leave out the fact that I hit him and just say he got a concussion from falling down, yeah? I glance out at the man lying face down on the ground between us. There's already a blossoming red wound on the left side of his head where he was hit. Oh no, I couldn't make you do that. You've helped me enough already. I'll take him there myself. It's no biggie. I was about to head there myself. He cuts off, eyes suddenly hardening. I glance over to where he's staring at, but I don't see anything weird. Sorry, girlie. I'll have to retract my offer. I'll make it up to you sometime. Oh, okay. I'm not really sure what's going on, but I nod anyway. When all else fails, just keep nodding. Although he seems friendly enough, he is an infamous gangster. Maybe it's a good thing we're not going together. As expected though, he doesn't seem to know who I am. I wish there was a way I could ask him about that photograph without sounding crazy. I'm confused. If you are having a dream or like a premonition, then how would he potentially know about the photograph? Unless you don't think it's a premonition, but something that already happened and somehow you lost your memory of? You see what I mean? Like, I don't know why he would potentially know about it, but maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. I poke at the guy on the ground to make sure he won't wake up and continue his weird tirade from earlier, but he's still completely out cold and doesn't even twitch. Unsurprisingly, Alexei Dorla is pretty good at knocking people out. I sling the guy's arm over my shoulder. I have plenty of experience dragging a drunk Theo home, but this guy is significantly heavier, and so I stumble a bit under his weight. Why are you putting his arm over your shoulder? I would have just dragged him by his collar. As I drag him away, I take one more glance behind me. Alexei Dorla is talking to a woman I've never seen before, and the two of them appear to be arguing. Ex-girlfriend? Law enforcement? Oh well, none of my business exactly. Move on. Actually, this guy's also not my business. How did I get stuck delivering him to the hospital again? I momentarily entertained the thought of calling an ambulance, but then I remember that the last one I called ate up half of my paycheck. Oh, yep, that's painful. Alexei really hurt. He's like, "Oh, you want a case? Sure, I'll give you one." Walking it is. Medwise is a hospital. I somehow don't imagine that they are a typical hospital. Whoa. Medwise is our country's most prestigious hospital and research facility, and it goes without saying that I've never set foot in here before. Then why did you take him here? I brought him here because Alexei Dorla said to, but was it really a good idea? Maybe I should have dragged him to my own doctor's office. Oh, but that's so far away, I can feel my bones creaking already. Thankfully, there doesn't seem to be a line, but the receptionist doesn't look up at all, even when I stand in front of her for several minutes. Excuse me. I try to clear my throat in several different ways, but there's still no response. I found this guy collapsed outside. Can he get checked out? Do you have an appointment? Oh, so she does know I'm here and is just ignoring me. No, like I said, I found him collapsed outside. We don't have any openings for the next month. Please make an appointment next time. You can't see it, I'm rolling my eyes so hard. Sorry, my bad. Is there any way he can see a doctor even without one? It might be an emergency. Do you have an appointment? Are you a hospital? Well, probably be fine, right? I don't think Alexei Dorla hit him that hard. What if we just left him here and made him the hospital's problem? Maybe I can just Maybe I can just dump him in the corner and leave. I've done enough hold on, I know how to say this word. Good Samaritan deeds for the day. Besides, this guy should just be thankful I didn't drop him in some trash can after what he did to me. I was in the process of accidentally leaving him on the floor when I hear someone clearing their throat behind me. Oh my, are you a patient? A kind-looking lady? Nope, not true. Whenever they describe someone as a kind-looking person, they usually are sus. Materializes in front of me. She must be one of the doctors here, given the white lab coat she's wearing. Hopefully she'll be nicer than the receptionist. Oh hi, sorry, I found this guy collapsed in the plaza. I know there are no appointments left, but is there any chance he could get looked at? That's very nice of you to do for a stranger. Believe me, I wouldn't be here if he wasn't practically foisted on me. Is he inebriated? We have some resting rooms where you can put him in until he wakes up. I'm not sure. At first I thought he was, but he was being strangely aggressive. Maybe he's a violent drunk? The doctor frowns a bit and then reaches forward and examines his eyes. Oh dear, another virus patient. I almost flinged the guy off of me. I must look completely panicked because the doctor reassures me quickly. Don't worry, it's not contagious like that. You'll be fine. Is this a zombie game? Despite the reassurance, I hurriedly set him down in one of the chairs and scoot as far away from him as possible. What kind of virus is it? How should I describe it? To put it simply, it amplifies your negative emotions and paranoia. It can even cause hallucinations. It's really quite sad. I guess that's why he was so aggressive earlier. But I didn't even know there was a disease like that. That sounds horrifying. I mean, he just attacked a random stranger. I don't even know what would have happened to me if Alexei Dorla hadn't saved me. Why isn't anyone talking about this? It sounds like a big deal. The doctor must notice the look on my face because she gives me a comforting pat on my arm. Don't you worry, sweetheart. Here at Medwise, we're working hard to develop a cure as soon as possible. I'm sure at an exorbitant price. I know how these things go. I can't divulge too much, but we're nearing a breakthrough. That's good. I hope the cure gets completed soon. As do I, of course. Anyway, I've taken enough of your time. I'll take this guy back to the examination room so you're free to go. Thank you for bringing him over. She slings the man onto her back and carries him with ease despite her slight frame. Maybe she's had a lot of experience doing these things. Oh, don't worry about the payment. It's covered. Be careful on your way home. That's good to hear since I don't actually have the money to pay for a stranger's hospital bill, especially at a place as prestigious as this, but I'm still surprised by her words. Why aren't my medical bills covered then? Oh, to be hopeful. And so I'm back here again. I wander around aimlessly, trying to figure out what to do next. Mr. Potato Head's probably not back at the office yet, so maybe I should go do something while I have an excuse to be out. What can I do? Feels at work, and it's not like I know anyone else I can hang out with. I'm usually fine alone, but at times like this, that makes me realize I really only have one friend. That young adult life. Well, who cares? Feels amazing, and it leaves me with a lot of time with myself too. Now then, what super fun and exciting individual activity should I do? Just as I'm debating between going to the lake to skip stones or staring at a water cafe. Oh my gosh, super exciting, isn't it? Stare at a wall in a cafe. I spot some commotion out of the corner of my eye. There are a lot of police officers in the alleyway between Celestial and the Cosmolux Hotel. I wonder what happened. Wait, isn't that the crime scene that Mr. Potato Head got called in for? Should I go check it out? I take a coin out of my pocket. Heads, I'll check it out. Tails, I'll go back to the office. I flip the coin. It lands tails. Oh well, I don't believe in things like luck or fate anyway, then why did you do it? As soon as I get near the alleyway, I got stopped by a policeman. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to leave, young lady. Civilians are not allowed any further. Figured it couldn't be that easy. I'm a detective from the Douglas Detective Agency. At the policeman's blank look, I gesture over to Mr. Potato Head. My boss is over there helping with the investigation. Who? I stop before I can call him by the nickname I know him as, and then something dawns on me. What's his actual name again? Oh, I love this main character. I scrounge through my memory banks for any hint of it, but I come out blank. Did he really never tell me his name? Or was I just not paying attention? I wouldn't just forget, would I? Miss? The policeman calls out to me, looking increasingly more suspicious, and I scramble to come up with a name. Oh, Douglas? Who? The one over there near the dumpsters. I helpfully point to where Mr. Potato Head is and hope it's enough to placate this policeman. Oh, Bill? His name is Bill? Why are we called Douglas Detective Agency then? I guess Bill Detective Agency doesn't have the same ring to it, but still. Yeah, that's him. The policeman is silent for a couple moments, and I'm thinking about pulling out my identification card when he sighs. Fine, go ahead. Whoa, it actually worked. I give him a quick nod and scuttle into the alleyway before he can change his mind. Mr. Potato Head's still near the dumpsters talking to another investigator. I make sure to slowly inch closer outside of his line of sight so I can eavesdrop. This him? Yes, forensic confirmed it with a DNA test earlier. Huh, guess even gangsters bleed red. Gangster? Could it be Alexei Dorla? No, the timing doesn't match up, then. There's a group of policemen surrounding the body. I slide closer and stand on my tiptoes to peer over them. It's him! It's Sasha! No amount of mystery novels or detective shows could prepare me for the sight of an actual dead body. That's why I said you were young. My breakfast with Theo starts to come up and I forcefully push it back down. Come on, don't get sick. They'll throw you out of here for sure if you vomit. You'll have to see this kind of thing if you want to make it as a detective. Hold it in and get used to it. I take a couple minutes to compose myself before glancing back over at the corpse. It's not even much blood and it's not that gruesome either, but the context of it makes it look quite gruesome. Wait a second. This guy looks a little familiar. I've definitely seen him somewhere before. He's one of the Dorlas, right? I'm not too familiar with them, but I do know the basics. They're this country's biggest gang. Some say they have enough power to rival even the royal family in Medwise. The guy I met earlier, Alexei Dorla, is pretty high up there in the gang. And if I remember correctly, this guy's also in the inner circle. When Mr. Potato Head mentioned a gangster earlier, I thought he meant some random grunt, not one of their powerhouses. How did someone like him get murdered in an alleyway like this? I think it was the doctor. Was it a turf war, infighting, or something else? Misha from the... His name is Misha? Was it not Sasha? Did I read that wrong? From the Dorla gang, right? Think this is just some drunken brawl? The guy was always arrogant. I wouldn't be surprised if he pissed off some dangerous people. He seemed to be asking for it, in my opinion. Good riddance, the world is better without him. What a condescending attitude. He really has zero compassion. He continues to yap about every little annoying thing Misha has done in his life, and I decide I'm not gonna waste my one chance listening to him. Time to investigate while he's distracted. Well, as much as I can from here anyway. It might not amount to much, but at this point, I'm desperate enough to try everything. Pretend it's not a real body. You can do it. Okay, let's see. It sounds like there are two policemen conversing about the body nearby, so I try to listen in. Yeah, that's right. He was hit cleanly from behind. No other signs of struggle. There's a big gash on the back of the right side of his head. The blood looks to be dried already. Any substances in the system? Nope, all clean. So he wasn't drugged. Was it a sneak attack then? Wait, doesn't he usually wear a ring on his hand? I vaguely remember seeing it before. There is a band there. I really like that tan line. Very good indicator. Oh, it's not there right now, but you can see an indentation on his finger. They wouldn't kill him just to steal the ring, right? I don't know much about jewelry, but I don't think it was that expensive. Did the ring signify something else? Was it a sign of status? Initial findings have been added to evidence. Okay. Why are we here again? They've already arrested the culprit. They did? Yeah, Sasha Dorlo and his bodyguard both have alibis at the time of the murder. The only one unaccounted for within his inner circle is his younger brother. So Sasha is the older one. This is Misha. Alexei is the younger one. There's already an arrest warrant out for him. We just met him. He didn't seem like the kind of guy. Wait, are you talking about Alexei Dorla? That's strange. Already? Since when did they work so fast? Yeah, it's weird. I heard someone from the royal family wanted this case closed as soon as possible. The royal family? I knew Sasha Dorlo was gaining a lot of power, but I didn't realize it was enough to catch the crown prince's attention. The prince is always so indecisive and hesitant, but I guess even he's putting his foot down in this case before it gets out of control. Well, you know how much he and Alexei Dorlo hate each other. They're always butting heads in public. I'm not surprised His Highness jumped on the chance to get rid of him once and for all. Thanks to that, though, it looks like this will be an open and shut case. I don't imagine that happening. Before I can hear anything else, someone grabs my arm roughly and pulls me aside. What are you doing here? Wait, what are you doing here? I thought I told you to handle the other case. Mr. Potato Head glares down at me and I give an awkward laugh. I finished already, sir. I was passing by here on the way back to the office and thought I could help with this investigation. Help with the investigation? Don't make me laugh. We're leaving. But they might have arrested the wrong guy. Shouldn't we let them know? The wrong guy? Yeah, if you look at the body, you'll see that... Listen, newbie. I've been doing this gig since long before you were born. In this field, evidence doesn't matter. The sooner you get that through your head, the better. Huh? But you're a detective. Yeah, we're detectives. We're not heroes. We say what our clients want to hear and that becomes the truth. In this case, the royal family has already arrested a suspect, so there's no need for evidence. They're just gangsters anyways. Honestly, I'd say they did us all a favor by taking themselves out. I know what he's saying. I know he's saying it's how the real world operates, but to hear it straight from an experienced member in the field does sting a little. It's kind of like how I felt when my economics professor told me that he used to get hired to do research, and what the clients would do is they would cherry pick his findings, and they would present what they wanted to present. It was just one of those things where you're like, oh, you know, one of those moments. Hold on. Oof. Do you understand? Yes, sir. Good. Now let's head back to the office. Excuse me, sir. A policeman stops us before we can leave, and he doesn't even flinch even when Mr. Potato Head levels him with a patent scowl. What? Do you mind taking this to the station? It seems the inspector wants to see the report. He holds out a stack of papers that Mr. Potato Head sneers at and does not take. Isn't that your job? Yes, but he specifically asked for you. Fine, these people think they can just order me around. So he says, but from the way he's puffing out his chest, he's obviously very proud he was asked for specifically. Newbie, we're dropping by the police station before we go back. Me too? The police station is crowded when we arrive, and a police officer ushers us into an empty room before rushing off to do something else. Mr. Potato Head paces around the room, mumbling something under his breath about being made to wait, and I do my best to stay out of his way. Why did he even bring me along? I thought he'd jump at the chance to tell me to go back to the office first and finish his paperwork for him. Newbie, I didn't think he'd voluntarily start a conversation first, so it takes me a few moments to realize he's speaking to me. Yes? How has work been? It's been good. Good. This is so awkward. Small talk is already hard enough, but it's even worse with a boss that doesn't like you. How are you liking the new snacks we got last week? Oh, I've only tried the pretzels so far, but they're good. The crackers are even better. They got them on my recommendation. Honestly, they should have listened to me earlier. I've been telling them to stock up on them for years. I see. Thanks for the recommendation. I'll try them tomorrow. Good. Can we please just go back to not talking? Excuse me. I'm saved. The door opens and a policeman steps in. He barely spares me a glance, focusing all his attention on Mr. Potato Head instead. Inspector Clouseau is ready to see you. Clouseau. Finally, you'd think they'd be prompt since they asked for my help. Newbie, stay here and wait. Okay. Don't tell me he made me come all the way here just so he could flex that the police needed his help. I glance around to see if there's anything I can read or occupy myself with, but I'm not sure if there's any top secret information hidden in here, so I decided not to risk it. Finally, someone who's not doing, a little bit of common sense. Thank you. I guess I'll just sit here and stare into space then. Hey, you are going to sit in a cafe and stare at a wall. This is just a new, more exciting venue. Thankfully, I don't need to wait too long. I soon hear some commotion coming from outside. Feeling a bit curious about it, I slide over to the door and peek out the window. There are a lot of investigators running back and forth barking orders. They all seem very busy. I wonder what's going on. I doubt it's because of Mishra's case. The policeman at the crime scene hadn't acted with any sort of urgency. Hey, watch it, yeah? Oh, that's... From the little window in the door, I watch as Alexei Dorla passes by. He looks to be in handcuffs already, and the policeman behind him shoves him forward. What's the rush? Don't I normally get a chance to post bail before getting locked up? Did your old age make you forget protocol already? Be quiet, you criminal. Extra cranky today, aren't we? Keep laughing. You're not weaseling your way out this time. You should lighten up a little. I know someone who stresses out as much as you do, and his hair is already entirely gray. Wouldn't want that happening to you, yeah? The policemen snarl something else, but they turn the corner soon after, and I can no longer hear them anymore. I wait to see if they'll come back, but after a couple moments of nothing, I leave the window and go sit down in one of the chairs, thinking back on everything I've learned so far. So they actually did arrest Alexei, though from the way they were talking, it seems like this might be a special case? I wonder what's going on. Mr. Potato Head doesn't normally get called in on police business like this either. Who are you? The door opens and several policemen file into the room. They all stop when they see me and I quickly stand up. Hello, I'm a detective at the Douglas Detective Agency and I came here with my boss. He was summoned earlier and told me to wait here. Oh, I did see him with the inspector earlier. It looks like it might take a while though. Great. I'm sorry to ask this of you, but do you mind moving? This is the only empty room right now and we have something urgent to discuss. Oh, of course, I'm really sorry. No need to apologize. I quickly scramble to leave the room, almost tripping over air in my haste to get outside. Good thing I didn't, or that would have been one of those embarrassing memories that I randomly remember at midnight for the next 20 years. The hallway is still crowded with cops, busy with whatever important case they're working on. None of them stop me from wandering around though. I do get a few curious looks. What should I do next? I let my legs carry me on autopilot as I consider my next course of action. I can return to the lobby and wait for Mr. Potato Head, or maybe I can try to track down one of the policemen who did the investigation to see if I can get more information, or... Well, it probably doesn't matter. No matter what I choose, it'll end the same way. Even deciding to check out the crime scene ultimately doesn't change anything. Do I have any embarrassing moments that I remember? Oh, of course, a lot. A lot. Once Mr. Potato Head is done with his business, we'll go back to the office and things will go back to normal. No matter what I do, nothing will change. The door next to me suddenly opens and I jump. The policeman that emerges looks annoyed and I recognize him as the guy that had been with Alexei Dorlo earlier. I take a step back to let him pass me, but he doesn't even seem to notice I'm there. He stomps past me to the security booth around the corner, and it's only then I realize I don't know where I am. I must have wandered over here while I was lost in thought. How is the prisoner? Annoying as usual. Seriously, he never shuts the hell up. Have you even considered asking someone else to do this? They all quit. I'm the only one left. You should ask for a pay raise. Whatever. Looks like this is the last time I'll have to see him anyway. What do you mean? Sounds like they're determined to nail him down for this no matter what. They haven't found a murder weapon yet, so I heard Inspector Clouseau is going to deal with it, if you know what I mean. Wait. I feel like I just heard something I wasn't supposed to. What is that? The officer in the security booth pales and jumps to his feet. Where are you going? There's been a security breach in the chief's office. Most people are busy with the car right now, so they're asking anyone available to respond. There's important evidence in there. Quote-unquote evidence. Card? What? What about the prisoner? Just leave him. He can't get out without the key anyway. The two of them sprint away, then it's just me and an empty security booth. Hey! A security breach? Right now? The timing is a little conveniently suspicious. Alexei Dorlo's not trying to break out of jail, is he? A little curious, I slide over to where the security booth is. The door seems to be locked, but I can see the monitors just fine from outside. All the cells seem to be empty except one. I can see Alexei Dorlo in it, arms crossed behind his head as he lets out a lazy yawn. He's still in there. I'm a bit surprised. I thought he would have somehow unlocked his cell door and bolted by now. I'm not entirely sure Alexei Dorlo committed this murder, but it sounds like they're planning to blame this on him no matter what. Would anyone out here believe me? I'm just a nobody. Suddenly, I remember the door the policeman came out of earlier. It's sitting innocently across the hall. That leads to the cells, right? I stare at the door, then back at the monitors, then back at the door. In that case, should I go straight to the source? Why do people not like a calm, peaceful life? Why do they... Why? No, he's just a stranger. That would be stupid and he might not even appreciate it. Just go back to the lobby and wait for Mr. Potato Head. But... I feel like if I leave now, I won't ever get the chance to see him again. What should I do? Well, you know what? Because if this is in real life, I would just leave, but I also wouldn't be a detective. So you know what we do when we have this time? We go in. I stall for a few more seconds as if waiting for a police officer to come stop me. But no one does. It's just like one of those moments where it's like, if I shouldn't do this thing, please give me a sign now. And there's no sign. Okay, here goes then. I quickly glance at the monitors trying to piece together the layout. There's no map, but using what I can see of the cells, I create a mental image of what the jail looks like. Something like this, maybe? So go straight, turn left. Hold on, let me write this down. So we're gonna go straight, and then left, and then... Hold on. Straight, right, straight, right, left, second cell, middle cell. Okay. Wait, we're in the security booth. Oh, I gotta remember how to get out too. Hold on. So the exit, if I'm going from Alexei's cell, we go straight right, straight left, straight right. And then all the way. Okay. Let's see if I can figure it out. As soon as I manage to commit it to memory, all the monitors suddenly go out. Ho ho! What's going on? Am I doing this somehow? Yes, you are telepathically causing it to go out. You could also just draw a quick map. I could, but I figured that would take longer. I glance around, but no angry policemen come rushing over to arrest me for somehow telepathically destroying their crystal. The writers of this are so good. This seems really suspicious. Should I still go? Is there a save? Hold on. Menu. Save. Okay. That's really cool. Okay, let's go, and then if we get a bad ending, we'll just go back. You made a decision already. Probably a bad one, sure, but don't back down now. Okay, here goes. I'm actually here. The jail's empty, just as I saw on the monitors, but I still tiptoed just in case. Based on the map I visualized earlier, what's the fastest way to get to Alexei? Like this, maybe? Wait, you're at the entrance? I thought you were at the security booth. Hello? Did she somehow make our way to the entrance? Now I have to do a new path. Hold on. Alright, that's not cool. So you gotta go left all the way. Then you go... So you go left, straight, right, straight, right, straight, left. Excuse me. Keep sneezing. Hold on. Left, straight, right, straight, right, straight, left, straight, and then left, middle. Always, always denied. Let's give it a try. I start walking down the bottom path, but I soon notice that it's littered with security cameras. Why are there so many of these over here? Because you're in a jail. The cameras were down earlier, but I don't want to risk it. I should take the long route around instead. What's the long route? Thankfully, there are less cameras the other way around, so I managed to make it all the way inside. I'm peeking into each individual cell to check if Alexei is there when I suddenly hear voices from somewhere up ahead. Handiwork, I believe. Yeah, I thought you just pulled the fire alarm. Maybe it's Alexei talking to one of his gang buddies? I sneak a little closer, but I can only vaguely make out two dark shapes from here. One of them appears to be behind bars, while the other is leaning against the wall next to the cell. It's the prince! It's the prince and Alexei! I quickly slide behind one of the corners before they can see me. Why are you here anyway? To laugh at yours as your sworn enemy gets put away by your hands? I'm not responsible for this. You sure? You came here awfully fast. I thought you were supposed to be in a meeting. Hey, he's not the overworked man, now he's the deadpan man. If you must know, the meeting has been cancelled. I've been stuck in the restroom for the past hours. Yeah? I told you there are better late-night snacks than hot sauce nachos, yet you still insist on destroying your body. Don't be absurd. There's nothing wrong with nachos. Our mutual acquaintance decided to blast confetti and glitter from the vents during my earlier meeting. It took forever to get out of my hair. He can do that? Isn't he just a programmer? Don't ask me to explain whatever voodoo magic he manages to concoct. Well, he's probably just trying to get you out of that snooze fest. Don't be so hard on him. He also rigged the speakers to blare Uptown Funk on repeat. Sammy has been rather obsessed with that song lately, hasn't he? One of them has to be Alexei. Who's the other guy he's talking to, though? It doesn't sound like another gangster. Also, what's with this conversation? I peek my head out a little again. Alexei seems to have moved closer to the cell bars, angling himself toward the person outside, but I can tell just from his body language that he has a smirk on his face. Anyway, a little birdie told me that the royal family was responsible for my arrest. If it really wasn't you, then why are you here? Do you suspect me as well? Of course not. It's nice to hear you finally admit that you trust me. This has nothing to do with trust. You're neither capable nor smart enough to pull something like this off. This is banter. This is chemistry. This is what I was looking for. Your faith in me is heartwarming. Alexei suddenly stops talking and stands up straight. What? 8 o'clock. I quickly hide back behind the wall, but the damage is done. Who's there? There's no way he saw me from all the way over there. Maybe he's not talking about me. Girl with 2 buns. Okay, that's definitely me. Show yourself. Should I run? I can't see if that guy is armed, though. What if it just makes things even worse? The safer option is probably just to show myself. Might as well get a little closer and see if I can gather some more information, like the identity of the guy Alexei's talking to. You don't have self-preservation. You are definitely young. Apparently young enough to worry about your bones creaking, but not young enough to know that, well, I'm the one making you make all these bad decisions. So technically we're in the same boat. You can do it. You came here for purpose. You knew what you were getting into, so don't chicken out now. I take a deep breath. This is the Macbeth thing. Just because you wade close, it doesn't mean you can't back out now and pretend it didn't exist. I mean, it's harder to do now that you've gotten yourself deeply entrenched into it, but you can always change your mind. I'm just saying. I take a deep breath, steeling myself, and then I take a step forward. Hello, I'm not anyone suspicious, said everyone who is not suspicious. Very convincing. Hey, aren't you that girlie from earlier? I'm surprised he remembers me. Yeah, hi again. Thank you for helping me out. I really don't mean any trouble, though. I'm about to continue when the sight of Alexei's companion makes me stop in my tracks. Your Highness? Oh, hello. Uh-oh, oh my gosh, it's really him. The Crown Prince of Solari. Someone who I thought only existed on my television, standing here in front of me right now. I can't believe he's an actual human being. What did you think he was, an alien? What are you doing in a place like this, Your Highness? Were you the person I heard talking to Alexei just now? I understand the need for clarifying questions. I somehow imagine that is not a clarifying question. No, I only just arrived here myself. Was there someone else here? Oh, sorry, I guess I was mistaken. You believe him? Just like that? You want to be a detective. Okay. You know, she's just saying that to be polite, right? I would have called you a liar, personally. Okay. You know what? I'm the one who didn't get that. What's going on here? I thought they hated each other from the way they're talking. Shut up, you buffoon. Is this really Prince Thierry? He definitely looks like the Crown Prince I've seen on television, though. There's a scowl on his face in lieu of his usual smile. Excuse me, can I ask a question? I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to... Sure, go ahead. It beats listening to Thierry moaning and complaining anyway. Hey, Alexei. You really ought to be more careful in the future, though. A bigger and badder wolf might just eat you up, you know. Watch where you stick your nose, He smirks down at me, obviously trying to appear intimidating, but the jail bar separating us diminishes the desired effect. Okay, thank you for the warning. Huh, you seemed way more terrified of me earlier. You could tell? Well, I guess that's probably his specialty. I'm still a little scared, but I no longer think you'll kidnap me and sell me off overseas and steal all my money. You really thought I'd do all that, huh? Well, I did run in here to try and help you. Seems a bit counterproductive to be terrified of you now. Anyway, I thought the royal family and the Dorlas were sworn enemies, but you've been acting like you're friends. Well, political reasons and all. What kind of reasons? Excuse me? She didn't listen to your warning at all. Why do you think they would tell you this? Oh my gosh, I feel like it's one of those, you never know until you ask, but do you think he'll give you an honest answer? I don't know. Long story short, a lot of people would be happier if we didn't get along. It'd be too much power if we were on the same side, and that would only attract enemies. It's safer if we just didn't associate with each other in public. I guess that's better than the alternative, but it still sounds kinda sad. I can't imagine not being able to go out and hang out with Theo whenever I wanted. Alexei, that's enough. Yeah, I know. The mood suddenly shifts and he leans closer with a big grin on his face. Enough questions about the boring stuff. You do know why I'm here, right? Yep, you're the prime suspect for murder. You're still here even though you know that? Well, yeah, because I think there's a good chance you didn't do it. Sorry, what? Wow, quite the charismatic fellow, aren't you? You even got a random girl to trust you already. Look, I know you accuse me of a lot of things, and most of the time they're true. But this one's actually not on me. I haven't even done anything yet, besides help her out earlier, but I hope you're not here to repay that favor. Oh no, it's not that. There's a reason why I think it's unlikely for you to be the culprit. Yeah? What is it? Well, it's because... Which one is it? Hold on, I'm trying to think. The victim's wound is on the right side of his head. Could he could hit him with his left hand on the right side. The ring on the victim's hand is gone. And the victim was hit with too much force. Let me save. Look at all these save files. Oh my gosh. So, if we say the victim's wound is on the right side of his head, he could use his left hand to hit it, but it would be at an awkward angle, and from that angle, the victim would have probably seen him coming from behind, right? Like, it wouldn't be in a blind spot. The ring on the victim's hand is gone. Could be an indication, however, it could also indicate that if it was a ring that everyone in the gang is wearing, it could be an indication that it was done within the gang to retract his belonging to the gang, and the victim was hit with too much force. He said that his right hand is useless. But even then, hold on, I'm trying to think which one it could be. The victim was hit with too much force. It's not that he's not strong. He just said his right hand's pretty useless. I'm gonna go with that. I don't know why. Let's see. I'll restart if I don't like it. Are you saying that since I knew him, I wouldn't have hit him so hard? Sorry to disappoint you, but gangsters are savage beasts. We'll tear anyone apart if ordered to. Okay, that was not right. Hold on. Load. How do I load? I accidentally got the right answer. Hold on. Go to the title. Yeah. Apparently, I have to load it from here. So it was this one. I was thinking, because that was my first thought, but then I was thinking because I got fixated on the fact that he said his right hand was useless. Is that important? The easiest way to land a clean hit on someone there without them noticing is from behind, isn't it? And in that case, shouldn't the wound be on the left side of his head instead? Alexei's left-handed, isn't he? You are? And how many years have we known each other? You could at least pretend to pay attention. Prince Theory ignores him, looking back over at me, and I can see the suspicion in his eyes. How did you know that? We had a conversation about it earlier in the plaza. This appears to be a recurring topic. You two ran into each other? Yeah, it was right before I got arrested, actually. Wait, so that woman I saw him talking to actually was law enforcement? The explanation only seems to make Prince Theory more suspicious, and he frowns at me with a disapproving look on his face. She knows too much, claiming it to be simple observation. She coincidentally met you earlier, and now she's here conveniently with evidence. I don't trust her in the slightest. I don't blame him for being suspicious. I know fully well how sketchy I seem. I wouldn't trust me if I were in his shoes either. Why are you really here? I fall silent, a bit unsure of how to proceed. I can't mention the vision reason, obviously, but what about the police one? I hadn't expected to run into the Crown Prince in here though, and he's in charge of them, isn't he? Won't he be upset if I bring it up? Hey. I look up where Alexei speaks. He gives me a grin and nudges his head towards His Highness. You could speak your mind. He's trustworthy. My reputation must be in the gutter if I need a gangster to vouch for me. Hey, you said it, not me. I'm still a little unsure, but it's a bit too late to do anything other than trust Alexei's words. Prince Theory didn't seem like the type of person who would fall for any half-hearted lie. I actually heard some policemen talking earlier about how an inspector was planning to frame you. Yeah? Which one? Clouseau, I think. I'm not even sure if I pronounced it correctly, but it's obvious by the looks on their faces that they know exactly who I'm talking about. Well, I'm not saying that. That may pose a problem. He has the chief's backing. You really came here to warn me just because of that? Well, I didn't know if anyone else out there would do anything about it. I just couldn't stand such, injustice. And more importantly, if you get locked up, I'll probably never see you again. I can't let that happen before I figure out what that vision meant. Yeah, appreciate it. I suppose we should proceed to the jailbreak. Sorry, jailbreak? I expect them to laugh it off, but they look dead serious. If they've already decided to frame Alexei, it'd be better not to wait in case they move him to a more secure prison. It'd be harder to retrieve him after that. I'd rather rescue him first and deal with the consequences later. Hey, you know I'm always down to break the law with you. Dumbass. He's pretty different from what you imagine, yeah? Yeah, a little. Don't let the prim and proper facade fool you. This man's got the biggest potty mouth I've ever seen. Are you two done gossiping like a bunch of high school girls? He also talks like an old man. Must be the company he keeps. You act like it's my choice that I have to spend my days listening to rich old men bicker. What's going on here? Oh, crap! The policeman appears out of nowhere and I quickly take a step back. Trespassing here is a federal crime, young lady. Please follow me to the interrogation room for some question. Key. Huh? Are we not doing the whole policeman act? Sammy said something unexpected had popped up and forced me to come here to rescue you. Say hello to Miss Something Unexpected over there. The policeman glances over curiously where Alexei gestures to me. Hi. Hey. Am I getting arrested? Arrested? Oh, of course not. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. Key. Oh, right, here. The policeman hands over the keys, muttering under his breath about how long the outfit took to put on. A gangster, a crown prince, and now a fake policeman. I feel like I've entered a completely different world ever since I stepped into this jail. See, going to the jail was right. When you are the main character, you got to take these kind of actions. If you're boring, I don't know, something not as exciting would have happened. Freedom at last. The door opens and Alexei comes sauntering out, looking like he just came out of a party instead of a jail cell. You must have spent over half your life behind bars. I'm sure a couple more hours wasn't too bad. The only reason I enjoy prison is teasing the wardens, but no one's around this time. Theory was here to keep you company. Another person who calls the Crown Prince by his first name. Just who are these people? I got enough of his lectures at the hideout, thank you. Hideout? Whoa, that sounds kind of cool. Sammy, what's happening here? I heard commotion nearby. The others fall silent as they watch Prince Theory press a hand to his ear. He listens quietly for a few seconds and then his frown deepens. It appears we have visitors, a lot of them in fact. All for little old me? I'm honored. I can distract some of them. Sammy, tell us what to do. They huddle together talking to whoever's on the other side of the earpiece and I realize they've probably forgotten I'm even here. Only 3 cameras? Aren't you the self-proclaimed world's best hacker? Should I just leave? They can probably take care of themselves, right? And I don't think they'll factor my well-being into any escape plan. Besides, I've already done what I came to do. I don't think I'll be much help going forward anyway. No, Theory, you can't be seen here. Who knows what repercussions there'll be if they find out you were here when the prisoner broke out. Wanna lock me back up? It's a little too late for that. I'll get their attention. You two sneak out while I'm doing that. I have the best disguise and I'm the most dispensable one here. It's fine if I get caught. Ah, screw it. Excuse me. They all look a little startled when I speak up. Yep, they definitely forgot I'm still here. Why did I have to open my big mouth and stick my big nose into their business? I might be able to help. You? Well, I did sneak in here. I still remember some of the layouts, so maybe I can help figure out an escape route for you? The fake policeman drops something into my hand. It's a small earpiece. It's surprisingly lightweight. Even to my untrained eye, it looks well made. Gem, your and Alexei's safety comes first. We can deal with everything else later. Fine. I'm a little surprised he conceded so fast, but I'm not about to argue. Feeling rather like a spy, I quickly stick the earpiece into my left ear. Hello? Hi. A voice greets me and I'm suddenly taken back by how quiet it sounds. So what were you thinking? Can you tell me what we're working with? I can take control of 3 cameras and wipe their feeds. What else? Oh, Theory cannot be spotted by any security men, cameraman, or policeman. What a pampered little prince we have here. Are you sure you're not the one we're breaking out of prison? Be quiet. I mentally drew up an image based on the map of the prison I saw earlier. I should be able to guide them out of here, okay? Gotta keep an eye out for the police though, the real ones at least. One more thing, they locked the main exit, so you need to pick up the keys at the security booth. It's just one thing after another today. Oh, I can go get the keys. I think I remember where the security office is. Let's split it into 2 groups then. I'll go with her. Good idea. You sure you're okay with leaving poor defenseless Gem alone? I'll be fine. I'm more worried about you 2 arguing, honestly. He's the one with all the weapons anyways. Oh, I'm sorry if I scared you. These are our props, so you don't need to worry. He pulls out a baton and taps it against my hand. It feels like foam. You didn't need to tell her that. I couldn't tell at all. They look really professional. Hehe, thanks. He spent all night yesterday making them. Pretty sure he's been waiting for someone to compliment him. If you noticed, then you should have said something nice to me. Can we focus? Sorry, Sammy. If I remember correctly, there's an intersection up ahead. We can split up there. Very well. Lead the way. I don't have to actually navigate, do I? I don't have confidence. Okay. So we have to go... If we're standing here... they need to go the long way. We're going left, left, right. My heart is pounding with nervousness, but I can't deny there's some excitement in it too. Leave it to us. We'll get the keys as fast as we can. Be careful, you two. Got it. You guys be careful too. Did you need something else? Yeah, just one more thing. I try to quickly figure out a path based on my earlier visualization. I can remember the layout of the place well enough, but it's a bit harder to connect the dots and envision a way out, especially under time pressure. Having him stare at me the whole time isn't helping much either. If there's a fork in the road, I recommend always prioritizing the left path. If it's a bit of a detour, but the other path has a lot of security cameras there, so it might be riskier. I'll keep that in mind. I don't know if he actually believes me, but I've done all I can for now. Okay, thank you. Is everything alright? Sorry, I'm coming. Bye then, Your Highness. Oh, it wants me to save. Sure. Sammy, keep an eye on them. If she tries anything, lead the police over to where they are. Jem will be fine. Got it. I don't think you need to worry too much, though. Why do you say that? Don't know. Intuition. It's pretty weird for Sammy to vouch for someone he just met. Let's trust his judgment for now, yeah? I suppose. Would you like to play the following section in easy or hard mode? Let's go! Easy! Okay. The easier version does not contain some fluff, while the hard contains everything, but takes a while and is a lot more chaotic. Oh, hold on. Okay, so this is a lot of fun. I do have to go, though. So I think this is a good place to stop. Next time, I am going to see if I can do both playthroughs. We're going to probably try hard first, because I do want all the dialogue. This dialogue is really well written. It's really fun, and it's really immersive. And I think with the way I've been reacting, you can tell I've been getting really into it. I'm a little sad we have to go. But it's been so much fun. It was so worth it. So worth it to play. As always, thank you guys so much for joining me. If you guys are interested in this game, I do have the Kickstarter link in my description box if you guys want to check it out for yourselves. You can also get this demo on Steam. It is part of the Let's Fall in Love Fest. So if you guys love visual novels of any kind, there are tons of fun demos and more visual novels coming out. I will be uploading maybe 3 more videos on different visual novels for this festival, and I'm super excited for you guys to see them. They'll all be kind of different, but I think they all are mystery. That's just the kind of games that have been reaching out to me. But there are tons more that you can find. By the way, Mirage Noir, the company didn't reach out to me. I just really wanted to play this game. Anyways, can you can if you play Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion, then you will become the main character in a very cutesy world full of vegetables. I highly recommend that game if you guys haven't tried it as well. Anyways, as always, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, night, or evening, wherever you are. As always, thank you so much for watching, whether you're chatting, lurking, or watching the VOD. Remember to drink water, not tea like me. I should have had more water, but I really wanted the warm milk tea. Drink water, stretch, and take care of yourselves. I'm gonna go eat, and I'm actually super excited. I'm trying something new as an appetizer today. If it turns out good, I'll tell you guys what it is. Anyways, by the way, it's takeout. I'm not making it. As always, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I hope I see you guys in another stream where we will explore more of this really fun world. Not going to tell now. If it turns out well, I'll tell you guys. If it doesn't turn out well, I'll probably still tell you guys, but I'll probably show you a picture. That's why. Anyways, that's all from me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you guys in another stream. Until next time.